Could you survive by eating your own organs? Sounds like a horrifying science fiction movie, but there is an incredible creature in nature that does this every year. The bar-tailed godwit, or mud snipe. As this bird prepares for an incredibly long migration, it eats itself. Yes. Literally, as if saying, these will weigh me down on the road, it metabolically breaks down and converts its own organs into fuel. Stomach, intestines, liver, they all become energy sources. So why does it do something so crazy? Because it has a deadly 11,000-kilometer journey ahead, from Alaska to New Zealand. And without stopping for even a single second, nonstop. Summer months in Alaska are like paradise. Thanks to the melting glaciers, there is an incredible abundance of insects and larvae. The godwits feed here as if at an all-you-can-eat buffet and reproduce rapidly. But when winter comes, everything freezes over. For these birds that feed on small creatures living in the mud, staying there means dying of starvation. The only solution, fly to the southern hemisphere and catch the summer season there. For them, life is an endless summer cycle. Now imagine you are going to fly 11,000 kilometers without stopping. There is no food in the middle of the ocean, no islands to rest on. Nothing. This journey cannot be done without ingenious preparation. This is where that incredible strategy comes into play. Since the godwit won't be eating while flying, it does need a stomach, intestines, or liver. The body shrinks and breaks down these organs, converting them into fuel. The most radical way to get rid of unnecessary weight. At the same time, by constantly feeding before the journey, they double their weight. A bird that normally weighs 100 grams becomes 200 grams when setting off. More than half of their body is pure fuel, meaning fat. While the digestive system shrinks, the chest muscles and heart that enable flight turn into a massive engine. Like a Formula 1 car, everything unnecessary has been discarded, only the engine and fuel remain. When the journey begins, another problem arises: sleep. How do these birds that don't stop for 11 days sleep in the air? The answer is incredible: unihemispheric sleep. While putting one half of their brain to sleep, they continue to track their route and fly with the other half. Dolphins do this too, but in birds this ability is even more developed. One eye open, one eye closed, one brain hemisphere awake, the other resting. Moreover, these birds predict storms in advance by sensing atmospheric pressure with their ears. They catch the right wind from behind and glide across the ocean. They use jet streams just like an experienced surfer. When they catch the wrong wind, their energy depletes rapidly and they fall in the middle of the ocean. But when they hold the right course, 11 days later, they reach the shores of New Zealand. The moment of arrival happens with a body turned into a complete wreck. They literally skin and bones, but you know what is even stranger? As soon as the bird reaches its destination, the moment it sets foot on land, these organs begin returning to their previous size. Within a few days, as if nothing happened, the stomach, intestines, liver return to their former state until the next flight. They do this every year. Every year they rebuild and destroy themselves again, using their own bodies as fuel to survive. Nature is sometimes crazier than science fiction. The godwit's story shows us something. Sometimes survival isn't about holding on to everything you carry, but about what you are willing to let go of. This small bird looked at an impossible distance and didn't give up. It redesigned its own body, set off with only what it truly needed, and in the middle of the ocean put its trust in the wind. Maybe you have your own 11,000 kilometers ahead of you too. See you in the next video with more stories like this that nature has to teach us. Don't forget to like and subscribe.